remind me that we weren't using Discord. Yeah, and
coming off of the fact that I said I'm opening Skype now.
I didn't even think about it. I'm so used to us talking on Discord currently. I don't fucking think about Skype. I'm like, Skype, what's that? If there was a way to integrate Discord into our audio streaming program, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
There is, but that would be more on a per channel basis.
Yeah.
Like if we switch into CR, then the audio would go into this. If I could do that, fuck yeah, we could do it, but we can't.
There's got to be a way.
And I don't want to. And the whole reason I use Skype is Skype is set up with the line in and all that to go directly through.
Yeah.
I don't want us to have times like we've had before where it's like, well, fuck, we've spent 20 minutes and the audio isn't working.
Yeah. And I fully understand that. Yeah. And I don't blame you.
Yeah, you could do anything with these rooms. It'd be nice if we could find something like that, though.
Uh-huh. There's got to be a way. I will find a way. Luckily, I've got a few ways of cheating. Like, I've got, I'm recording your audio and the image onto a video, and then I'm recording myself separately into Audacity. And then I'm going to combine the two and see how it comes out.
So are you saying we're going to see a video in the future?
It kind of. It's an experimental thing.
Okay.
Like I said, I got the... Okay, this is like the first highlight, First part of the highlight reel already going off script because, fuck it. Because I was kind of working on a script. Who knew? Except me.
Come on, we never stick to them anyway.
Yeah, but this is far more fluidic. It's more like talking points than actual scripting. But no, I finally got the one of the last pieces of my programs I needed in, because I got my Paint Shop Pro. And yes, somebody out there will go, oh, why don't you use Adobe? Paint Shop Pro was cheaper. Oh,
yes, it is. It's much cheaper.
There was that, and what was it? I actually had a conversation with the former head chef of my work. He's like, why don't you get the subscription to, like $10-15 a month to Adobe? It's like, I don't like subscriptions. I'd rather just flat out own the program.
Yeah, that's why for a long time after we got this, 2 or 3 years ago, this new SAM program.
Yeah.
The whole reason I haven't upgraded is for a while they seem to be on subscription models. Now it looks like they may be going against that again. So maybe if, like in 2017, they have a $300 version, I'd get it again.
Yeah.
Just to update. But until then, no. This does everything I need it to. So why would I worry?
Yeah. I do not like subscriptions. It's like what was it? Fucking Microsoft with all of the various programs you have to use now to have the subscription of this much a month, you can have all this, and then it's like, no, I don't want a fucking subscription. I just want to buy the program, suck my dick. And somebody went off about, oh, well, that's how the future is going. Yeah, the future sucks, and it can suck all of my balls.
That's why the 2 times I've been able to, for XSplit and for AVS, I found a lifetime deal on both of them, and I got it. Now, do I use AVS very often? No. But for $50, I've got a lifetime use and free upgrades to every program they make, and they make programs for just about everything. So the fact, I don't need audio editing. I don't need video editing. Well, fuck, that's fine. But if I ever do, I just go onto AVS, download it, plug in my key, everything's good. So, and same for XSplit. Is it the best thing to use?
No.
Maybe not. But the fact that for $50, I got a lifetime subscription to that. Actually, I got a several lifetime subscription to that. Because remember, it's like you get like 999 months of subscription.
Yeah.
There are several generations of my family that can use that thing now.
Yeah.
So it's just, I feel a lot better when I don't have to worry. If Warcraft had like, hey, $200 you get a lifetime subscription to Warcraft, yes please, I'd do that.
Well, look at what Star Trek Online has, and I haven't talked about that in a long time, but Star Trek Online has a lifetime subscription set up. You know, you buy it once, you're done, and it's beautiful. It's expensive, but it's beautiful.
They're usually about $150.
Anyways.
Why, how much is that one?
Expensive. But you get a literal crap ton of perks. But and that's
okay.
and that's the way it should be. That's like buying a program. You were buying this program, you know, that is actually the perfect example of buying a program versus a subscription. You know, a subscription, oh, well, they'll nickel and dime you to death with, oh, well, you can buy this plug-in and that plug-in, and it's going to be just a little extra on top of your monthly subscription. Whereas if you buy the full program, it's like, you have all these plugins, and if somebody comes up with a new one, you'll either get it for free or heavily discounted.
Right. Well, and there are people like Smite, who every so often for $40 you can get every character past and future.
Yeah.
I like that when they do that because the game is free.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for the characters. I wish that Heroes of the Storm would do that. I would love if Heroes of the Storm did that.
Heroes of the Storm is free, and you can just pay for the characters. Oh, you mean like a bundle pack?
I mean like past and future, everything in like $80, and you can get literally everything. $80. Granted, the game is free, but it's only been out for a year. $80 for a lifetime thing for that'd be pretty good, I would think, because it's in its first year of life. There's going to be a lot more coming.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, no, that's why I like just buying a program. Yes, it may not be as grandiose or as Adobe, but at the same time, it's not as heavy technical, because I'm not professionally trained. I do my like graphic editing and video editing and crap like that. There's still a lot of crap I'm learning. Still a lot of stuff I'm sorting out. I do not have professional training, and so I'd rather like something a little simplified, a little easier. Who would think, I mean, yeah, I've been dicking around with it off and on for 12 years, so I've got some skills to it. But I am no pro. I am no master.
But it's also the thing, if you can get something that you've got skills in, as opposed to, well, for cheap or for expensive, but there is still the chance to use today a program that you're versed in, as opposed to going out and getting the cool thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, unless you're a professional doing this stuff, you're not going to see that much of a difference.
No, you're really not, and that's the thing, is you're not really going to see a difference. And so, But anyways, that speaking of things that are cool, of the past and of the future, and that actually, and literally by what I mean with that is kind of things that aren't cool and should have stayed dead, being things that are really dead and should have stayed that way. Resident Evil Final Chapter.
I was going to say, you suck at transitions. Just putting that out there.
I'm more of a segue kind of guy.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think everybody else did too.
I know. I like the crowbar in segues. It works better. But no, fucking, and we were talking about this earlier. Actually, is the teaser, and that's massive bunny ears in the air, quote unquote teaser trailers for Resident Evil: The Final Chapter have come out, and Yeah. I remember when the original Resident Evil movie came out. It was really good. I mean, for what it was really good. And then
it was a decent movie, yeah.
And then at the second movie, they took an automatic right turn. And then at the third movie, they took another right turn. And instead at the fourth movie taking a third right turn and going back on track, they took a left turn.
The cool thing about the second and the third was Oded Fair, though.
Yes, and actually,
he was awesome.
And I've got a note about Oded Fair coming up here in a bit, but anyways, but it's just like, okay, and I will admit, I've seen them all. I've seen all the movies just to kind of, because I hate myself. I hate myself really bad. I hate myself with a special kind of hatred, like a sergeant hatred.
That's why he's my co-host.
Yeah, I hate myself badly. And at the end of the movie, at the end of the last movie, they made this big build-up, oh, it's going to be humanity's last stand in Washington, D.C. against the T-virus. Okay, looks really cool. Oh, they re-empowered Alice. Well, that's not as cool. Wesker survived. We knew that. All this crap, and it's just like, okay. And the trailers are sitting there going, nope, no Washington, D.C., we're going right back to Raccoon City. That was nuked in the second movie. They nuked Raccoon City. Why are we going back to it?
Because they're out of ideas.
No.
And they probably couldn't afford to do anything in Washington.
Yeah, something. I just like, oh my, are you fucking kidding me? And there is a serious divide. There is a serious divide between the international trailer and the American trailer. The American trailer has Guns N' Roses, Take Me Home.
Yeah, Paradise City.
Yeah, Paradise City, thank you. While the international trailer doesn't try to crowbar in any, Guns N' Roses. They just, it's got music that fits. It works. It's functional. And it's not going to sit there and make you go, this does not match with what is going on.
Yeah. I saw the main trailer and my whole thing was great. They repeated a scene twice, verbatim. I don't know why they did that. That's one of the first times I've seen that in a trailer.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that may be the first time I've seen the same exact scene played twice in the same trailer. That is not good news.
That's not good editing. Whereas the international trailer didn't have the same scene repeated twice. But you look at both trailers and then you look at the movies that came before. It's like, they're repeating scenes from the earlier movies. Why?
I'll take that as opposed to the trailer. Not even 30 seconds in, showing somebody, Alice playing with somebody and cracking their arm and whatnot, and then a minute and a half later seeing just a back shot, because it's a close-up in the first one, then showing the whole scene later. It's like, no, that isn't how that works.
That is not good. We
can obviously see that's the same thing. What the hell?
I kind of wonder about Paul W.S. Anderson at this point.
He's the person who did it?
He is the director of all the movies.
Well, now we know who to blame.
Very much so. We know exactly who to blame. And I'm just deeply curious to, one of the greatest jokes I've seen about it so far is, 2017, the final chapter. 2018, the final chapter 2. 2019, the final chapter 3. 2300. The final chapter 112, volume 65. And it just went on. It's like, oh my god, that dude just like, yes, all of the yes.
I don't think it get that bad. I think they would shoot it before they did that.
Let's don't invoke the words reboot, please. Not when it comes, unless they are going to follow the games more faithfully. Let's hope they never reboot it. Anywho, Speaking of things that are good and of Resident Evil, PlayStation Plus actually has two really good games coming out for the PS4 for free this in October. One of them is the Resident Evil remake, the game, and it's like, ooh, it's all shiny. And then they've got Transformers Devastation. Two really good games, actually. Transformers Devastation does to the Transformer franchise the complete opposite of what Michael Bay has done. So actually, that
wouldn't take much, you remember.
I know.
This is Michael Bay we're talking about.
I know. As I love dredging this joke up once in a while, he is the man who was almost assassinated with an air conditioning unit, only to turn around and try to assassinate his assassins with the same air conditioning unit.
Okay.
You don't remember that article? We did that a long time ago.
Yeah, we did a long time ago. That's probably why I don't remember it.
Yeah. And just for reference, people, you can look it up. Michael Bay, air conditioner, nearly killed. Google it, you will find that incident, and that was for Transformers 3, I think? Yeah, that was for Transformers 3, Transformers 2, one of the two. One of them. But no, actually Devastation's a really good game. It's actually a really good game. And the Resident Evil remake is also a really good game too, so I'm sitting there going, you know what? Y'all need to take some time, open up your PlayStation accounts, and get those free games. Okay, yeah. It's a good idea. I mean, it's such a good idea. It's almost like a real live Transformer vehicle. It's that good of an idea. Oh wait, that's actually happened too. How's that for a fucking transition?
Well, it's better than the last one.
Making fun of my transitions, dick.
Oh, that first one was atrocious.
I know.
Even you admit that.
Yeah, I crowbarred that.
I actually have a great transition from that, but I don't think you're done yet, so I can't do it.
But no, actually, this is something that has come up. Is somebody actually made a vehicle that transforms into a transformer? I'm just like, don't let them near Michael Bay. Don't let them near Michael Bay. We will get a whole. Well, that's one thing, is he'll blow it up, and two, he might get ideas.
He gets the ideas from his morning garbage. I mean, come on.
I think he gets his ideas from his morning bowel movement.
It's not even worth joking about at this point.
No. But, sorry, as I eat some cake real quick. Delicious cake, that's not a lie.
What the fuck do you have cake for?
Don't ask.
I just did.
Damn it! I bought a little cake.
Logic has failed him apparently today.
No, because if logic failed me, I wouldn't have had that shitty first transition. Just like, I love how we've shifted away from me talking about a real-life transforming car. But,
That's a nerd thing.
I know.
I don't. Half of what audience we have would even understand that.
It's a car that becomes a robot that becomes a car.
They know what a transformer is, dipshit. I'm saying that they would probably not care enough about it to discuss it.
Yeah, true.
It's one of those things they see a GIF of on Facebook. It's like, yeah, cool, click, and they move on.
Yeah.
Which is honestly what I do, because there's so much crap on Facebook, I don't even look at half of it anymore.
Yeah, that's very, very, very true. Oh God, is it so true as of late? Yeah, there's just so much crap on Facebook, which kind of is. I'm not even gonna crowbar this shit in. So the debate happened.
That's actually where I was going before on the transition, but I didn't know if you were done yet.
I ruined your
It's like,
transition.
this is a perfect transition, but he's not done talking, so I can't use it.
I ruined your transition.
No, you just wouldn't shut up long enough to make the transition. But
Hey,
tomato, tomato.
yeah, potato, potato. Anyways, so the debate happened, and
Apparently, I missed a half hour of it because it was apparently 90 minutes,
yep.
and I came in at the 30-minute mark. But I saw enough of it. I mean, come on.
I watched the whole thing twice.
You're a masochist. Oh, you're stupid. You're not even a masochist at that point.
No.
Why haven't you killed yourself yet?
I wonder that every day, and then I sit there and go, I think I'm a meat popsicle. Can I kill myself? I don't melt easily. Like, you know...
Not out there you don't, no.
I don't melt easily. Kind of like, you know, whatever the fuck they put in Trump's hair for that debate. Holy shit. Holy shit. Before we even get, like, near things that were talked about and, like, the nitty-gritty of the debate, what the fuck was with Trump's hair?
I honestly never looked at it.
I did.
I was on the Drag It show, Telegraph.
What?
And they were talking about the fact that he seemed to go from orange to red.
Well, he finally moved away from the yellow spectrum. Sorry. Anyways, no, I want to know how many bobby pins they put in his hair to keep that shit down, or how much like jism of his supporters they used. Because holy shit, it didn't move. It did not move, and that terrifies me more. We can spend all this money on defense and, you know, feeding and bringing in refugees and this and that. But that had to be a shit ton of money spent on making sure his hair didn't move during that whole debate. And that scares me more. I'd rather send, you know, a couple more $1 million into the defense budget than however much they spent on his hair. Because holy crap. Anyways, that side note out of the way. I've had a lot of things to say in the 48 hours since the debate. And one of my big things after watching that debate is, how can anyone still support Trump?
Because he gave them exactly what they wanted.
No, he didn't. He lied to their faces on national TV.
They're used to that.
True.
He did what every good redneck hick that supports him does. He got flustered. He interrupted people. He pointed. He shouted. He built himself off. He stroked his own ego. That's what those people like. There are some people, like somebody posted a thought catalog today saying that they had trashed Hillary Clinton, but now they're supporting her. There are going to be people who are on the balance who will come over to her, and there will be some people who, just for whatever reason, find that just great to jump on. But, yeah, I don't the core that Donald has are people exactly like that, so he's not going to lose them. He will lose some people who were kind of unsure. I don't think they were ever for Trump, but they weren't so sure about Hillary. Now that they've seen how she can stand up to somebody like that, which granted, a lot of these people didn't know. We could say, well, she was in Senate hearings for 943 hours. They don't watch that stuff because that isn't covered on the news. That's on C-SPAN.
Yeah.
This is Frontline. This is local area TV, and they are watching her, aside from one or two times, basically blow him off. And not only did she do that, she pushed every fucking button so easily. that was what Hillary needed to pull more people over, because now all this stuff isn't stuff that you need to go on C-SPAN or stuff like that to go and watch. This is in your face on every local channel. This is where Hillary needed to make her case, because this is where people don't have the excuse of it's on C-SPAN or it's on CNN or it's on No, this is on ABC, NBC, CBS, that kind of thing. It's on the web. I watched it on NPR.
Uh-huh.
This was fully accessible to every single person, which will be the big thing to start shifting. This is where the lines will become much more defined.
Yeah.
Because now that they've seen them in action, back and forth, this is where people can point and say, yep, this is what we're talking about. This is what we want, etc.
Yeah.
I just wish it wouldn't have taken so long, or why the fuck, when we're not even really a month away, just barely a month away from voting, and there's only 2 more times they're on. We knew these people were the candidates like 2 or 3 months ago. Why haven't we been doing more of this? That's my thing. I understand that, they have to have some campaigning time, but this is where you pull in people. Everything else is news clips and stuff like that about them on the trail. I would think that if we pick this in June, that July, August, September, October, every month should have one of these, at least one. Yeah, maybe that's just me. I don't like the idea of only having 2 or 3 times to see somebody and then I have to go vote for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
That doesn't sit well with me.
No. Not at all. Well, and just... there was... What was it? I saw someone posted, and he blocked me after I fucking called him out on it. Seems to be happening a lot during this presidential debate, because I've been playing the middle of the field. I'm really not on board for Clinton. I'm really not on board for Trump. But that's who we're kind of stuck with. And I really don't... I don't want to vote, but I feel like I'll have to vote just to make sure Trump doesn't get into office. And one of the brilliant lines from the debate, and this is the one line I keep hammering the hell out of. I will crowbar this into a conversation. I will fucking transition. I will segue. I will anyway. Just talking in normal, day-to-day conversations with people. I'm cramming this in now. This was a perfect mic drop moment. I don't think someone who gets upset over a tweet should have access to nuclear codes.
I saw that one and I fully agree.
And that was just... That could be the entirety of Hillary's campaign at this point.
Well, and like I said, what needed to be done for a lot of people was that they needed proof to see how Hillary on live, network TV handled things like this. And she showed it. She showed how she handles these things. She handles them very well.
Oh yeah, and she was getting... now, okay, here's one thing I will admit is that fucking moderator was a spineless tit.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and I agree with part of it, but I feel for any presidential moderator, because that's just like saying, okay, here's this farmyard of 800 cats. We want them in this little 4x5 space. Go do it. You aren't going to be able to do it because they don't pay attention to you. And fuck your life now that he's got Donald Trump. My God, at least when people were arguing before, sometimes if they were told to wait, they would wait. Donald just said no and then started talking.
Now, okay, part of why I sit here and go, he was a spineless tit is he didn't rein in either one of them. He didn't rein in the crowd. He didn't rein in anyone worth a damn. Second,
I don't think he ever expected to be able to.
Secondly, he almost apologized for interrupting Donald Trump at one point. On the other hand, to really make this shit fair, he really should have pursued. He did bring up good questions to Hillary about like Benghazi and this and that. However, he got distracted by Trump, and he got distracted by Hillary running roughshod over him.
Yeah,
that's why I am sitting here saying he was a spineless tit, because he shouldn't have let. I mean, if you're going to throw big things like that out there and want them to, and Hillary did talk about them. She did, when the questions were brought up, she would talk about them, and then she would get interrupted by Trump. Or she had a perfectly planned little spiel to that's it. That question's done. Move on.
Right.
Which leads me back to upsetting a friend / associate, whoever the fuck he was. Is he brought out he put out this thing of well she and so pursuing Clinton about these questions more, he pretty much, it's like no, and it's like fucking people. It's like,
yeah,
there is, the bottom line is no matter who wins, we're all fucked.
Oh, definitely.
It's no matter who wins, we're fucked. I mean, bottom line there. It's just, how do we want, do we want to be nuked afterwards? Or do we want to be raped in the ass with glass shards?
Yeah, I've had a couple of people asking, I've said this before, I don't like Trump, I don't like Hillary. Why don't you come in and say why you're for or against? Honestly, I can't think of any good reason to be against Donald Trump other than the fact it's Donald Trump. It's like, just look at the man. Do you need any more explanation?
I can.
If so, I'm not the man for you because I ain't got it.
I can give you good reasons why you don't want to be for Donald Trump. And actually, Hillary answered quite a few of them live on national, international, and internet TV. Like, the nuclear codes thing.
That's why I said, if you haven't been paying attention or you didn't watch the debate and you still can't find a reason to be against Donald Trump, I got nothing.
You were too stupid to
I don't know what else. I don't know. Well, no, I don't mind that. As long as they stay down south, they're perfectly fine. But did I go there? Yes, I did. Fuck you all. Send me hate mail. Send me something. Yeah, I don't care.
They don't want to send me hate mail. I feed upon it. Just like, give me all your hate. I will grow stronger. I won't grow into, Donald Trump size strong, but I might become like Anderson Cooper evil.
Yeah. Come on, folks. You're talking to me here. Throw whatever you got. I've said worse to myself. Fuck off. Mr. Biebler, stepping away from the podium now. Thank you very much. Anyway. I don't get to use that voice near as much. I really need to do some more with him. But no. You've not heard Biebler before.
Yes, I have. That's why I'm laughing my tits off here. Anyways.
I love Biebler. But no. The thing is, if you can look and see how he acted and still have questions, then I don't know where you're going to find answers. I really, honestly don't. Because he proved so much how unfit he is, even to talk to other people. I just don't get where the questions go anymore. As for Hillary, I'm one of the ones who had buyer's remorse in 92. Yes, I'm that old. I had buyer's remorse in 92 when I voted for Perot and he didn't win. Ergo, I transferred that, the same as the Bernie Bros are doing. I transferred that. No, seriously. I transferred that 8 to Clinton because my guy didn't win. It's why I didn't vote in 96. Well, aside from the fact there was no fucking way Clinton was going to lose. Come on. I could have voted for Donald fucking Duck. It wouldn't have made a difference. He carried, all but 2 states? He was never going to lose that election, so there was no reason. Now, when I moved out to Wenatchee, I was a dumb fuck. I voted for, Worker Party and Labor Party. So, and I should have voted for Al Gore. I should have. But again, I've been butt fucked twice. I got it good, or I ended up with a good one in 92 because I got 8 years of bill. Okay, I fucked up, but nothing bad happened. Then I couldn't walk for weeks because I got it, and I got 8 years of fucking shrub. So I have done the stupid thing, and I've seen both ways it can go. And just for safety, I'm voting for Hillary on one issue, and that is the Supreme Court. I would rather somebody I know is similar to me have control over who goes in there. Aside from that policy, fuck it, I don't care. I'm too poor to be affected by it anyway. My whole thing is, I want to ensure that the Supreme Court stays within my point of view. And with Donald Trump going in, or Stein, or Johnson, or whoever, I don't see that happening. With Hillary, I do. And that's really the only thing that I'm voting on. And I've told people that. It's like, don't look at issues, don't look at this. Look at the things that matter to you. Are you LGBT? You should probably vote Hillary because Donald Trump has said that he will appoint people that will enact anti-LGBT issues. Can you imagine who the Republicans will put in as Supreme Court justices? There should be no questioning there. If you're LGBT, you should be for Hillary, or in worst case scenario, Jill Stein, I've seen a couple people post those, who do you match with? And they're 99% for literally both of them. Okay, well, if that's telling the truth, then you've got Jill Stein, who I don't trust to do anything, or you've got Hillary. But you need to make sure, when it comes down to that you're voting for a candidate who has the most amount of chance of being elected. Is it fair to Jill Stein or Johnson or whatnot? No, but that's our system, and if we want to keep the changes we have, we're kind of stuck. We're not a country that has freedom of choice when it comes to presidents, because we only have 2 choices. That's not freedom. Freedom would be having, like CGP Cray said, instead of first past the post, having a numerical system. You have 5 candidates, you number 1 to 5. That would be freedom, because you would have more chances of people you agree with, or at least tolerate, getting in. Until we get a system like that, what are you going to do? You can bitch all you want, but there's no way to change it, because they won't elect people who can change it. Look, people, you and I both know it, and we're doing it right now. People love to complain. But the difference is, when do you start liking to complain and you honestly start pushing to fix the complaints? I don't know how long it's going to be until we'll be able to do that.
Yeah.
Because that the judicial or the executive branch ain't going to do it.
They ain't going to do shit. I know.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I very much know. And that is kind of thing. Is, yes, we are complaining. Yes, we are bitching and moaning, and we are equally bitching and moaning about both candidates. and all the shit that both parties have done. But we're gonna do the smart thing. We're gonna go out and vote and try to get our complaints heard by voting. Even though it really doesn't fucking matter at this point. Though I do appreciate the fact that, after that debate, what remained of the Republican Party, half of what remained supporting Trump literally went, "We're going with Clinton now. Fuck you." Literally, since that debate, she has garnered a crap ton more Republican supporters. I'm just like, oh my god, wow, really? We might actually be able to unify the system. Holy crap. Everyone's gonna hate Trump. It's really sad. It really is sad. It's bad. It's very, 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 very bad. Speaking of people that we don't like, real quick, as I crowbar in this transition, because I don't think we really have much more to talk about the debate. I mean, we could nitpick and fact check and this and that, but there's so much out there. We don't have to do it. We could do it, but I presume. Well, actually, if you're listening to this, I won't make presumptions because obviously you're a masochist. Listening to us for an hour or two a fucking week. you like being hurt. You naughty, naughty people. Let me get my whips and chains out. Anyways,
they're in storage yet.
Shut up! I know.
I'm just reminding you, before the people involved get too happy with, now that, the fun ain't going to start because he has no access to them.
I have to run out to my storage unit and get those first. Anyways, that is neither here nor there. What is here and there is we can sit here and bitch about the debate all we want and talk about it, but there is fact checkers out there. Now, that is one thing that's kind of boggled me a bit, is Fox News has a fact checker, NPR has a fact checker, Bloomberg had a fact checker, okay? And there's all these different fact checkers. Now, mind you, a lot of them will say very similar or the same things. But some of them, holy shit. And I sit there and go, why do we have different reports on the facts here? There is the facts, or there's not the facts. Why do you have conflicting reports over the facts? And it's not even based upon, party system or belief. It's just, there's the facts or there is no facts. And there's a lot of facts to check, which you can easily find online. And they'll be viable and true. Especially things like, Trump supported Donald. Yes, you did support the Iraq war. No, I didn't. I never. Yes, Donald, you did. Shut the fuck up.
I had to wonder at that point, who was he playing to? Because we've made jokes about, the people down south liking him or whatnot, but really, who are you playing to when you're being that deliberately obtrusive? Yeah. I don't get that. I mean, aside from Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, I'm guessing that their audiences are the core of what his fan base is. And these are people who've just gotten shit shoveled into them for so long that that's all they know. Aside from that, I can't think of anybody that he thought he was going to win over with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't fucking know. Yeah. Yeah, it's just holy crap. All of the holy crap. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go out there and, find that shit out for yourself, kids. Because we're not going to play the fact checker game on this show.
Nah, we're too damn lazy. But we will link to them, and you can read them yourself.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Which reminds me, I posted the NPR link in chat. I need to get that because that actually did have a fact check on it. Where is it? Where did it go? September. I know I posted it in here. Yes, here it is. Copy link. I will put that in the show notes because they were live fact checking during the debate.
Yeah. Oh, joy. I'm going to have to be a dick. I'm going to have to be a super dick now. But that's not something I want to discuss here on the show.
Well.
Super dick. Mm-hmm. Anyways, and I'm sorry. Anyways, speaking of things like in November and whatnot, and I'm reminded the holidays are coming up, especially my favorite holiday, Halloween, is coming up in a month. But Extra Life is also coming up too.
Oh, yes, it is. When is that? Is that October or November?
I can't remember if that's October. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But
Let me check.
I know Extra Life is coming up.
Hold on. Looking it up. November 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I should be fine with that because I'm not having a theater then, so I should be fine with that.
Yeah, and talk about Extra Life for a second. I need to reply to a text, and this is going to take me a minute.
Extra Life, for those of you who are not aware, is a gamer-centered charity event where you can sign. The deal is that you play for 24 hours. Now, that can be straight. As I found out last year, that can be in segments as long as you play them before the end of the year. So basically what you're doing is you sign up and you can stream it, you can do whatever, but as long as you have some way to tell people or show people or communicate to people that yes, you are doing this, it doesn't matter. So what you do is they work with the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And there's usually one in every state. I believe mine is in Gillette. I think that's where mine is. Let's look up the Children's Miracle Network here and see where my nearest hospital is. And basically everything that you earn gets donated to that hospital. It's a really neat idea. So it is something that Angela and I, when I lived with Angela, and her and I did, and I really haven't had a chance to do it since. I've tried, but I've had work or I've had theater. This year, it's too close to Halloween for me to be working on the weekend. And I do not have theater, so this is going to be the first year in a while that I've been able to do it. And I really do need to do this. What the hell?
Yeah.
What is this?
Oh, what is what?
Open gaming store. It's a Pathfinder thing. Okay, now they're picking on me. Go ahead. I got to reply to something.
Anyways, yeah, you talked about Extra Life. Sorry, I had to take off my headset for a second. How much about Extra Life did you talk about real quick?
Just the basics, in that they're affiliated with the Children's Hospital, and it is Gillette for Minnesota. And why I've wanted to take part, but I can't yet because I've either got work or I've got theater, and hoping to this year because I don't have either. So you can go ahead from there.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah. So, anyways, Extra Life, which is it's one of the few. It's one of those weird charity things where yes, gamers basically get an excuse to sit around and play video games, but it's for a good cause. It will be done. Yeah, it started in autumn. On Autumn Saturday in 2008, tens of thousands of gamers joined together to save the lives of local kids in a celebration of gaming culture that we call Extra Life. Everything from console to tabletop RPGs, even lawn sports. And it's free to sign up. And you get the support of your friends and family through tax-deductible donations to your local CMN hospital. And then on Saturday, November 5th, or any day that actually works for you, you play games on any platforms and with anyone you want, as long as you want. Proceeds from Extra Life stay where they are raised to support children's hospitals, and you select the children's hospital or whatever one's closest to you. And the when, where, game platform, how it works, and who benefits. Gamers select the children's hospital they want to play for during registration. In the U.S. and Canada, there are more than 170 CMN hospitals to choose from. Players outside of North America can choose hospitals and causes that work specifically in their area of the world. It's absolutely free to register. They would like you to consider the $15 Platinum option, which makes you eligible to receive lots of goodies and prizes through the campaign, which includes an official 2016 Extra Life t-shirt when you hit $200 in funds raised. And you just pretty much ask your friends and family to sponsor.
Or whoever you can get.
Okay. Whoever you can get. And honestly, even when I have issues with certain charitable things, it's to help the kids. It's to help kids, and I'm all for helping kids. And since the Children's Hospital organization in itself is pretty well above the board, that right there is I'm okay with. Unlike with the Red Cross or various other organizations, Salvation Army, who are not above the board. Personally, I kind of wish Extra Life could expand out a little more, instead of just one time during this year, and just supporting Children's Hospital. They could expand out to do other organizations and other causes. But it's a great thing. It really is a good, helpful thing. And benefiting the Children's Miracle Network of hospitals is always a good thing.
I don't know how well that would go, but I'd like to at least see it twice a year. Yeah. I don't think that would be bad. I think twice a year they could do.
Yeah. Sorry, I was checking something real quick. Wednesday. Okay. Okay, yeah. It would be nice to see it done more than once a year. Something especially when we go into say the beginning of the con season, like it was spring. It'd be a great time for it to do. It's like spring and fall.
Either spring or it's late enough in fall, like maybe June, because I think the reason they want to have two of them is for people who, because of college or school or whatnot, couldn't do it. Then June might be good because then school is out.
Yeah.
Might be a little easier. I don't know, honestly, other than that, when you'd be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, it's not just I mean, kids that it's not just kids that do it in streaming. I mean, there are big streamers. I would like honestly, when it comes around, to see like all the big name streamers. And that's another thing. I would love to see all the big name streamers hop on board and help out with this, because I don't think I've seen any of the big name streamers do that. Have you?
Do what?
Hop on board for doing Extra Life?
I don't watch them, honestly. I mean, I know people like Lore, and I know people like Phony and whatnot. But while part of me is surprised they don't do it, another part of me doesn't expect them to.
No.
So I'm kind of two minds about that. I think that it would be nice for people who are higher profile to do it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know how to go about getting them to do it, I guess, is the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it wouldn't be that hard to get them to do it. All you have to do is look at Tally and go, you want a tax deductible donation, and make yourself look even better. Or guys like PewDiePie or Mark. Actually, I think Markiplier does do it. I take that back. I think Markiplier does do Extra Life, but I don't think any of the other bigger ones do, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see here. We are about an hour into this show now. Let's see here.
And we ran out of things to talk about 10 minutes into it, so.
No, there's a few things I still can throw out there. That's a transition I'm going to purposely skip, so, because I don't need to make, it's not a hidden secret I'm looking for a new job, but that transition just would have sucked balls. So anyways, I'm looking, speaking of people who are going to get some tweaks to their life, Symmetra. Have you heard about that with Overwatch?
No, I don't think so.
So in November, ironically, Symmetra is going to be getting some fine tweaking. They are going to try to make her less situational, less. They're going to do a lot of basic. I want to say not cost of living, but easement of life things involving Symmetra, making it a little bit easier, to play with her, because not a lot of people play with Symmetra. Sadly enough, Richie, who is damn good player. Richie, we love Richie. Richie is a damn good player. Sits there and says, "Yeah, I actually do play a pretty good Symmetra," which is kind of like, that's kind of scary when somebody who almost plays video games for a living sits there and goes, "Yeah, you actually do a pretty good Symmetra." I'm like, what? Thanks, Richie. Kind of weird, but okay, thanks. But no, they're trying to make her less situational. They're gonna do like some damage boosting, ability tweaking. They're kind of gonna give the character an overhaul, which I will admit, Symmetra needs one.
Yeah.
I play, and you've seen me play with Symmetra. I play the character outside the box, and it actually works very well if the team I'm working with is moderately competent.
That could be said about any character, though, when you think about it.
Oh, okay. Attack Toraborn is very, very situational because he's a defense character. Bastion, if you have like 3 brain cells to rub together, you can play attack or defense.
So only about 20% of the players.
But you really can't play attack Symmetra well. There is, like I said, that's part of why I play outside the box with that character, because she is not good for offense.
No.
And you've seen me actually play her pretty well as an offense, but still, as an offense character, she no bueno. And that's why you got to think outside the box with that one. And that thinking way outside the box thing is kind of what they don't want to so much curtail that. It's more of they've looked at people playing outside the box and went, okay, we know this character has deficits, we know this character has problems, we're looking at these people who are playing this character outside the box, and we're going to tweak and adjust her to be more functional in this support capacity, both offensively and defensively. Because defensively, she can be a nightmare. Holy shit. A good Symmetra plan can have somebody just have one Symmetra and everyone else just kind of doing backup, fire, like, oh, you've got a Toraborn there? That's cute. Your Toraborn will get a couple points as my Symmetra, turrets mutilate somebody. So it's...
Yeah, she's got much better turrets than Toraborn.
Yeah. But at the same time, anyway, but yeah, so they're doing some, easement of life with Symmetra things, which is actually kind of nice. And that also brings me to note that, have you noticed that with, like, the Overwatch characters that they keep introducing into Heroes of the Storm, that they almost by design seem to fit really well into Overwatch and into Heroes of the Storm? Like, someone's taking a look at Overwatch and going, well, we can always stick these characters in here. Oh, wait, maybe it's because Overwatch is a MOBA, dumbasses.
Mm.
No, it was...
Yeah.
It was an article someone posted, and I'd almost... And on one hand, yes, you're going to hear me say something here in a bit about this, because I still find it weird. On the other hand, I stand here and say, Overwatch is a MOBA. Heroes of the Storm is a MOBA. Why would you think that a character from one MOBA could not fit in another MOBA?
I think what I'm more disappointed with that is that we have Tracer, but instead of putting in Widowmaker, they just gave Nova her skin, and they haven't really shown any desire to put any of the other characters in there.
Zarya. They just put Zarya in.
When?
They just put her in.
Yeah, like, when? Today? Because I just played it yesterday.
I think that they put her in yesterday.
Well, maybe they did it when I played in the morning, because I didn't see her.
Yeah, Zarya's in there.
And usually when they do something like that, I'll know, because the quest of the day will involve that character.
Maybe,
I'll check. I'll look. Oh yeah, she's on there. When Hero Spotlight.
Bless my co-host sometimes.
Well, I'm trying to see. That's just the video. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, that's just a video. I'm trying to figure out when they actually. It had to be. Or no, when did I play? I played it Monday. So yeah, I didn't play it since the patch. So they put her out with the patch.
There you go. And Zarya is actually a great tank.
I couldn't play it Monday.
Yeah, Zarya is a great tank character just to throw in there, because she's a great tank character.
Well, that being said, okay, we've got Tracer and we've got Zarya. I don't know. They have so many properties. I would like to see at least 5 people in there.
5 people? Oh, from Overwatch?
From Overwatch, because aside from Classic, everything has like 10 or 11 characters.
Yeah, well, Overwatch is a new property. They're working on it.
I would love to see, and I don't know how it would work, but I would love to see Torbjorn or Bastion.
I could see Bastion. I can't see Torbjorn, though.
See, I'm the other way. I could see Torbjorn.
Yeah, but we've already got the Viking guys.
Well, yeah, but the thing with Bastion is I just don't know. They've already got a character like that just sits and lets something else do all the work for it. Basically, Bastion would have the same problem in Heroes of the Storm he has in Overwatch. If he's not in turret mode, he's a liability. Because he can't do anything quick enough.
Yeah.
But if he's in turret mode in something like Heroes of the Storm...
Clearing the lane in 3, 2...
Yeah, he would be very overpowered. Even if it wasn't clearing the lane, and I don't think he would, you could park him just behind the gate, and nothing but heroes would ever reach it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I would like to see Lucio. I think that would be a fun character to have.
That would be interesting.
In the Storm. Because they don't really have... They've got some healers, but...
Yeah.
I don't like when I play Tyrant, because almost nobody knows how to play the fucking game. Half the time, while I'm putting stuff away for mana and healing and stuff, I'm fighting because nobody knows to stay in the lane with a healer.
Yeah.
I go, okay, so I'll just... Or Lily. Lily is a fun person to play, but when the person keeps running away from the healer, and Lily doesn't really have much offensive,
no,
kind of hard to play when you're trying to heal somebody and they run the lane and you're stuck there with a whole lane of people coming towards you.
Yeah.
So Lucio has some really good attacks. He's got really good area of effect healing. He would be really good because he could put on his healing aura and attack, and he would probably be one of the better healers in that game.
Yeah. And that would actually, yeah.
He wouldn't have to focus one or the other like the others do.
Well, I could also see them putting in, say, Anna.
Anna would be good.
As a healer, as a tank healer, well, as a jungle healer, basically.
A healer, yeah.
Where she could, drop her ultimate, as it was, boost someone up, send them one way, while she comes through the jungle and, starts sniping while everyone's distracted.
And the good thing with Anna, in that respect, is her damage versus healing would be balanced.
Yes, it would.
Whereas, like I said, with Lily, you're fucked. You have almost no damage as Lily. With Tyrant, if you go that route, yeah, you're good. But usually when you take that, you're the only healer. So you're like, okay, and everybody just left.
Uh-huh.
So you get thinking you're going to be healing, and so you do damage. And if you get high enough, you get True Shot aura. So, hey, more damage. But it would be nice to have a character like Anna or like Lucio who could heal and do damage equally, where just about every healer that we have out there is either one or the other. And usually, because of the people, even if you go healer, there's no guarantee you're going to be healing. So, yeah, I would like to see that. We've got DPS now with Tracer, who I have played, and is actually a very fun character in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah.
Once we're done here, I am going to try the new one and probably buy her because I've got like 80,000 coins in there. So I can buy her and not have an issue. But yeah, given how many characters they've got, and I know why they're taking time to do it, they've been out since, what, May?
Yeah.
And Tracer came out almost immediately. Well, it did come out immediately because that was one of the promos. So since May, it is now, that's 5. In 4 months, we've gotten 2. I would love, by the end of next year, to have at least 4 or 5. Which, on the track they're going, shouldn't be too hard, but I don't know. The Widowmaker for Nova thing just kind of threw me. I can see why they did it, because Widowmaker and Nova are close enough to the same thing anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It set up a warning like you could put Roadhog in on a couple of people.
Yeah.
Instead of putting him in. So are we going to do that where we'll have 3, maybe 4, but then everybody else is just a skin?
Yeah.
I don't want to go that way. I'm afraid they might do that.
Another character they could slip in, and if they haven't already, would be Reinhardt.
Reinhardt would be a damn good one.
That would be definitely a center. That would definitely be a middle lane character.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, a center lane and center lane or jungle character, very much so, very much.
Actually, in homage to Richie, Diva would be great because there isn't a character with a self-destruct yet.
Yeah.
That would be a very unique finisher because nobody has that yet. They've got things that are area effect like that, but just how that mechanic works. And with her, having technically 2 forms at all times, that would be interesting too. Bastion would be kind of good too, going back to him because he can self-heal.
Yeah.
Very few people have that. They have leech abilities, but they don't have a direct healing ability. So, there's reasons for everybody to be in. So, it's just a question of who will they go. And I don't think, because of Legion, I don't think they're too worried about it yet.
Yeah. Ooh. Actually, something just came up on my newsfeed that I'm having to share to, I have to share it to 2's page real quick, is, the Doom soundtrack is finally out.
Nice. From what I saw of him playing that, it had a very good soundtrack.
Oh god, yes. It's a beautiful soundtrack. Oh my god, it makes me fucking hard. It's such a good soundtrack.
Well, something does anyway, so that's good.
Something's got to make me hard, because not a lot do, but yeah, it just makes me such a great soundtrack, and I'm gonna buy it. Ooh, and it's even on Spotify too. Ooh, you know what I'm doing later? Later.
Oh, downloading that.
Later. Like now.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, sorry, I saw the Doom thing and just was like, ooh, I have to send this to 2 right now. And they are going to be introducing, and actually Heroes of the Storm is going to be introducing more characters from other games. And that's awesome. Well,
with the library they have, they've got an unlimited amount of people.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, HOTS is, I mean, just all sorts of hotness right now. You know, and HOTS is doing great. Though something else that is still hot, and this is going to be the show closer, is I'm still amazed by websites like Kotaku, who I was making fun of earlier for, you know, stupidity. Is Kotaku, PC Gamer, Net Gamer, are still putting out rave reviews about Legion. That blows my mind. That literally blows my mind. It's the only thing getting blown right now, but it blows my mind. Is we are a solid month into the game now, and they're still going. It's a great fucking game. It's a great game.
That's because, and they said this, and we were chuckling about it, that they gave, when Mists of Pandaria came out, they were like, okay, we got a problem, we're going to try and do things faster, we're going to try to do this, that, yada, yada, yada. And then when it left and Warlords came out and they woke up and realized they didn't work, what they said at, I think it was E3, was basically, you know what, fuck all you little whiny bitches. We are a company, we know what it takes, we are going to do it at our speed that we know works. And because of that, and they put that work into there, now we have something good.
Uh-huh.
They just needed to realize, you know what, the squeaky wheel doesn't need to get the grease all the time. Sometimes it's just squeaking because it's a piece of shit. Now that they've realized that and they know, yeah, these people will, no matter what we do, these people are going to just keep on doing this. So why are we worried about them? Let's go back. Let's do what the base does and has always responded to. And if they want to come along for the ride, they're welcome to. If they don't, we've got our base back.
Yeah.
And should have been common sense. I don't know if it was or not. But now that they're doing it, maybe we'll be in a spot where, you know, they can just jokingly say, yeah, during that little time, yeah, we're sorry about that. We just listened to the wrong people. And if they can do that, they'll be in a lot better shape. And I'm pretty certain everybody knows it. So,
yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. Anyways, but yeah, no, it's, I am flabbergasted by that. I really am. It's just like, because going through, you know, archives of various game sites for all the major expansions, generally within a month they're ripping on them, you know, except for like Wrath. They're like, ooh, hey, Wrath, da da da. 6 months into Wrath, they're like, this is bullshit. But that's
because Wrath was the game they needed to put out since they had put out
Burning Legion,
Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3. So when they made it, given that Warcraft 3 was essentially what they built it on, it had to be an end game. The thing was, would it move on from there as Warcraft, or they would make Warcraft 2 or whatnot? That was the only thing we didn't know in Wrath of the Lich King was, okay, we know we're going to beat the Lich King. We're not going to do this, that, and the other. What about next year?
Yeah.
So, and there's debate on whether or not they should have just said, yeah, fine, okay, now we'll make Warcraft 2 and all that. So, and I'm pretty certain that's what fueled a lot of the debate after that, was a lot of people thinking, why did they continue this one? It doesn't make sense. Cataclysm honestly could have been a brand new game, and it would have been fine. But just the way they did it, I think for a couple of expansions really confused people.
Yeah.
And now that they've got everything worked out, I don't know, maybe 6 months later we'll see a repeat of Wrath. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if at least some people did. But I don't know. You know, once I get to the point where I can play that again, I am looking forward to it.
Yeah. Alright, I think we have kind of thoroughly ran this down as best we can.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can't think of anything else we could really talk about. I mean, I could probably drudge something up, but then it's just, eh.
Well, we're at almost an hour and a half. That's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. I think it's a good spot to call it. So, you know what? Thank you everyone for listening in. This is I don't even know what the fuck we're doing. It's a chaotic exposure of finite ravings. Who knows? I don't fuck.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful. It's the only mouthful any of us.
ChaoticRavings.com if you want to tell us how much we suck.
ChaoticRavings.com, finite exposure. You can find us on Facebook. You can message us. Send us hate mail. Please send us mail. Hate mail. Love mail. Do you want to fuck me mail? All those can be routed straight to my inbox. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, I was going to say all of those go straight to him. So.
And on that note, you know what? Thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend. We will talk to you next week. Ta-ta.
Take care.